I'm life and business coach Samantha Sifring, and this is the Online Business Building Mamas podcast, where you learn how to build a wildly successful business from home while raising kids. Today, I am going to be talking about how to become magnetic. I am really looking forward to you hearing about this topic, and I think it's something that is going to help a lot of you. So let's get to it. When I was building my network marketing business, I had a friend in it with me. She was the friend that I had signed up under. She did so much better than I did. She won all the trips. She reached all of the different levels. She was so magnetic to people. They wanted to be around her all the time and do whatever she was doing. She also built this incredible following on Instagram. Her photos went viral. She really seemed to have this kind of like it factor. And I remember thinking that she had some kind of special personality trait that I didn't have, and that she was more successful because of some kind of innate thing, which in turn meant that I couldn't be that successful as well because I didn't have it. I had this whole story that there was just something about her that people had to be around, this like magnetic trait to her. And we even did the Strengths Finder quiz thing, and her top one was woo, and I was like, it's got to be the woo. It's the woo that is making everybody want to be around her and like her and all of that. And I had relator, so I felt that that meant that I could only really be effective with people one-on-one, and she could just impact millions or, however many people were following her. And I had this whole story in my mind about how that was true. You might be feeling this way in your business. You might be comparing yourself to someone else online or a friend. You might be thinking that their success is because of a trait you don't have and never will have. I have for sure seen this, in little mini industries online. I for sure have women who do things that are very similar to me, and we kind of run in the same circles. And I've seen this kind of comparison thing in a lot of the women that I chat with each week. So you might be feeling that same kind of thing, that some people are just wired for success and for being magnetic to other people, and some people aren't. And you might be using that to think you are one of the people who is not meant for this. This episode is made for me to tell you that this is a lie your brain is telling you. Being magnetic to other people is actually not an innate trait or X factor or it factor or whatever that you either have or don't. I know this because I definitely did not have it, and now I do have it. On this episode, I'm going to be sharing the 3 ingredients that I think there are to create this kind of a magnetism, an it factor in yourself, and allow you to become really attractive to other people, including your ideal clients, which obviously is going to set you up for great success in your business. Step 1 is loving yourself. This is not like going and getting manicures and doing bubble baths and that kind of thing. It's not buying girl power t-shirts. Loving yourself is deeply knowing that you have worth as a human being and that you don't have to do anything to get it and that you can't lose it. It's moving from being in this space of judging yourself to being neutral to love. This is something I walk a lot of clients through. They come to me, and this is going to sound really intense, but they come to me hating themselves. And I know that that sounds very extreme and dramatic, but it's actually extremely common. I have worked with hundreds of women as a coach over the past few years, and self-hatred among women is so common. And I say it in that way. I say self-hatred, even though those are such strong words, because it's really, truly what's going on. And I think it's important for us to recognize that this is not like low self-esteem or negative self-talk or whatever. Like, it is often truly self-hatred. And when I say those words to a client for the first time, it always has them crying because they know deep down that it's so true. So moving from that place of self-hatred, of judgment, to just being neutral, like just being baseline, neutral, like not negative, not positive, just is, like I'm a human, those kinds of thoughts where we're getting all of that negativity out of there. We're not swinging all the way to the positive. We're not going all the way to I love myself. Like, that just won't ring true for a lot of people who are moving out of self-hatred. You go to neutral first. And once you're really solid there, then you can step into love and really creating those feelings of love for yourself. And sometimes that process can happen quick. Sometimes it needs to be extended. Sometimes you kind of swing back and forth and you just need the reminder to come back to love. Loving yourself is so important because people are not going to love and accept you more than you love and accept yourself. You literally won't let them do it. It won't even register for you. So even if you had people who loved you and accepted you and wanted to be your client or wanted to associate with you or whatever, you wouldn't see it as that. You wouldn't interpret it as that because you wouldn't be believing that someone would love you or accept you or want to be around you or want to work with you. So it's really important to be in this place where you love yourself, you like being around yourself, you know that you have worth as a human, and you're just like okay with you. Step 2 is confidence. And this is different than loving yourself. My coach defines confidence as knowing you can handle whatever happens. And I think she's right. I love this definition. And I think knowing I've got this no matter what is the ultimate power that you can have. I think that we have some misconceptions about confidence, and I want to be really clear. Confidence isn't about never failing. It's about knowing that failure can't stop you. It is a speed bump. It is not the end of the road. I think a lot of us have this idea of failure, that it means things are over. There are going to be so many failures in your business. There have been so many failures in my business. And I like to use the word failure. I like to take my power back with failure and know that it's not like my business is a class that I took and at the end I got an A or I got an F. I really think that having all kinds of little failures along the way are how we build that confidence, how we build that resilience, how we learn, how we grow, how we get better and better in our businesses, and how we get closer and closer to success. Confidence is knowing you'll still be totally okay if you make a fool of yourself, if you say the wrong thing, if you walk out of the bathroom with toilet paper stuck to your shoe. I think that there's something so magnetic about people who are just okay no matter what happens. That, even if something embarrassing happened, it is like endearing when it happens to them instead of being like a cringy moment. I think you can just tell when somebody deeply loves and accepts themselves, and when they have this sense of, I've got this, about whatever might come their way. That right there, I think, creates so much good energy that's just magnetic to other people. They want to be that way. Most people are not this way. Most people really notice these traits and are really attracted to them because they want to be this way. And I really think that both of these traits come from what we think. They come from how we think about ourselves and how we think about the things that happen in our lives and in our businesses. And I think that people can tell. I think that your thoughts create your feelings. And I think the feelings you feel really influence how you show up in the world. And I think other people can just feel that and sense that by being around you, by interacting with you, by hearing how you talk, by seeing you on a Facebook Live. I think people can just tell if you're freaking out, if you're insecure, if you don't like yourself, if you're not confident, if you're really anxious about what's going to happen. And I think people can really tell if you're just like, I've got this. So these are so, so important, and they are all stemming from what's happening in your thinking, in your brain. The third step is being interested in others and not making it all about ourselves. This one, I think, really trips up a lot of us in our businesses. We can get so focused on our desire to make money and on the goals that we're setting and on feeling like we have this big purpose, and maybe it's not going to work and maybe it is, and we're afraid of failure and we're noticing our flaws and all of that. We completely forget about other people. We can get in this space where everything becomes about us, and we don't even remember that the business doesn't work without other people. My business would not work without other people. I have to have clients to work with if I am going to make money. So I have to be focused on other people. I have to be interested in other people. People love to talk about themselves. They love to be seen and understood and feel accepted and feel like they belong. And while we can't control other people, we can facilitate them feeling this way by giving them our attention. And when I was prepping for this episode, I was thinking about the phrase paying attention. And I realized how interesting it was. If you take that literally, the word paying is like you have currency that you are handing over. You have this amount of attention and you are paying some of it. You're giving some of that attention to someone else. It's like a gift, when you think of it that way. It's like a tangible thing that you are giving to someone else. And allowing them to feel seen, allowing them to feel accepted, allowing them to feel like they belong and like someone else really cares. I think for all of us who are in the business space, this can really allow you to stand out to your ideal clients. I know that I do a lot of one-on-one interaction in Facebook groups, including my own, and people really feel seen and acknowledged by me, and that's something they don't get in a lot of other groups. A lot of the groups out there that are run, by similar type coaches to me, they're just so big and so active, and the coach is so busy. They don't make time to really give that acknowledgement to the people in their group. And it's something that I have always tried to make time for and always tried to prioritize, because I think it is so, so important. I've had people that I've gotten emails from and Facebook messages from and that kind of thing. And while I don't do free coaching in email or in Facebook message, often I will take their questions and turn it into a Facebook Live, turn it into a training. And people appreciate that so much. They really feel like I've paid attention to them and like I'm not too good to acknowledge them. And I think that really makes people feel great and feel validated. So I think paying attention, spending some of our currency of attention on that is a very powerful thing. So these 3 things: being interested in others, being confident, loving yourself. Not only do these things make you attractive to others and magnetic, but they get you doing the things you need to do to be visible. Like in your business, that there's certain steps you need to take. Often your attachment to what people think of you and feeling like you have to earn your worth or earn approval, or your lack of confidence, those kinds of things can really stop you from taking steps forward to grow your business, being visible, putting yourself out there. So once you have these things, it really allows you to move beyond that fear. In your business, visibility is the difference between the business working and the business not working. If your ideal clients don't know about you, nothing else matters and nothing else will help you. Loving yourself, being confident, and being interested in others gets you out there talking to people regularly, sharing your thoughts and opinions, showing up as your real self, bringing value into the world. While most other business coaches out there are talking about funnels and SEO and content, I'm telling you, these things will set you apart and bring you the clients you want. Following these steps is going to get clients coming to you, like messaging you out of the blue to talk about working with you. This happens to me often. People will reach out and want to work with me because I am doing these things. If these steps are things that you struggle with, you are in the right place. While you might feel like learning to be magnetic, learning to love yourself, learning to be confident feels like a huge mountain to climb, what I see in my clients is that they start to shift and see results in the first week that we work together on these things. You do not have to be perfect to start being magnetic to other people. If you are ready to start making these shifts, to start having clients come to you now, let's talk. We will talk about your business and where you are right now, where you want to be, the obstacles that I see standing in your way, and how working with me can be the solution you've been looking for. I would love to chat with you and help you with this. So you can book your call at bit.ly/callsamantha, bit.ly/callsamantha, CALLSAMANTHA. And you can find that in the show notes as well. All right, Mama. I hope you have an amazing rest of your week. I hope that this helped you to start seeing that you can be magnetic. You can have clients coming to you, wanting to work with you. This is not something you're either born with or not. This is something that's available to you now by changing your thinking. If you like this podcast, I want to invite you to coach with me over in my program, Mama to CEO. There's you, and there's the consistent income you want to make in your business, and I help you remove everything standing in between. It's lifetime access for mastering your marketing, sales, time, and everything else you need to have the business and life you really want. Whether it's making your first 1,000 or 100,000, I can help you do it. To join, go to mamatoceo.com, mamatoceo.com.